And we are back. Yes, we are. Part 2 of a Happy Aloha Friday stream here. Trying to get back into the groove. The new day job has been putting little breaks on my otherwise usually a little more fortuitous exposure of being on Twitch and playing music. Did I say exposure? Let's just keep going. Anyhow, let's continue on. We're going to continue on with our donos. And then we're going to end up with some cheesy. So here we go. Next up is Judgment. Kazi. I expose nothing on Twitch. Patty Cooks. So this song is 10 hours, 12 minutes, and 24 seconds. What? Let me see what this here. Let me see here. So, Jeeves, it's been a while. It's been a hell of a week. In moments like this, I tend to reach for music that makes me smile, or music that feels like it washes away everything. I feel you on that, my friend. I'm going with the latter today, with an artist I've gotten you familiar with, Taishi. This track in particular has a nice driving force to it, and some interesting twists. So enjoy. If you can't figure out the Spotify, then here is the link to bail me out. Yeah, I'm going to go with the link first. I'll take 25 for the link, Bob. So let me copy that address, and we're going to do that, okay? Yeah, because I have been having problems with Spotify, Kazi. I'm so sorry. I know. Every time I do it, I end up gacking. So I'm just saying. But I appreciate that. All right, guys, this is Taishi. The name of the track is False God. Let's go. Nice motion pad. Yeah, I'm feeling you on this, Kaz. There's a little effervescence of Spangle. Nice this, I love that. Pretty an abrupt switch up here, very unique. Here we go. Yeah. I wonder if that's a made-up language. Very ravey. Very unique little pulsing going on in the vocals. Hey, get the glow sticks out now, boy. I'm just tripping on this, man. The gummy's about to kick in. Super vibey, Kazi, and no, I'm totally in on the fact that this gives you the lifty buzz. Nice little tail off with the pad. Slow release. Yeah, I'm so down for that, Kazi. That was such a great track. I really, you know, once it got set into its groove and stuff like that, a couple of things that I pointed out, I just let it just go. I get, every now and then, you guys know that about me, I'll be listening to it, you know, I'll be yapping through the video and stuff. Just every once in a while, something just does it. It just hits a little button and I go into daydream mode. You know, that's obviously driven by the music. And this had that for me, you know, even though it was a ravey kind of vibe. And, you know, I never fancied myself to be somebody who was really tremendously into it, even though in the 90s, I did kind of trip out a little bit and do a couple of, days of heroic doses and went to like Moon Tribe in California, like out in the desert and stuff like that. It just wasn't quite my jam. But the vibe is there. And there was some really, really, really super nice little things that the composer did. It's like fireworks within fireworks. Whenever you're watching a fireworks show, you'll see boom, 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 and then something will go pew, 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 pew. That's what it was doing in my head as I was listening to it. Then again, I did take a 10 milligram gummy, so I'm sure there's going to be a lot of pew, pew, pew going on for the next 45 minutes or so. That was a great track, Kaz. Thank you so much. That's what I'm talking about. Uh-oh, she's adding it to the boogie list. You want me to check out the Spotify version on my own? I'll do that. I saved the form, so I'm going to do that for sure. All right. Are you digging out, Aman? Okay, next up, lateral tap. Lateral tap. Well, hey, how you doing? There you are, lurking back there. What's going on? Let's see. I've requested London-based Southern French musician and illustrator McBaise before, but this time he pairs up with Muthi, which is Matt Christensen, for a playful, funky song with a summer style. So the band artist is McBaise featuring Muthi. The name of the track is Cold Cut. I like that. All right, let's do this. All right. Oh, yeah, I enjoy my edamame. I remember those water guns. Hey, Brexter, thanks for the chair, bit. Sounds like this is gonna be really cool. I'm loving the chord changes. Such a classic EP sound. Oh, great stereo imaging on the bass. Oh my God, is that a Juno? That's an old Juno, that synth. You know if you know. Yes, I love this so much. A recent release too, only 8 days ago.
Stick with the theme, and if I do so, it stays real. There's more to life than guessing the end of the real.
Kind of a cross between level 42 and Earth, Wind, and Fire.
He's always trying to run to numb. I wanna stay and see the rising sun. The silver lining, eternal ending, a mechanic for what I feel.
Great chord progression.
Will always work out like I think they will.
Yes, Donald Fagen as well.
Until they know it goes with the flow, and when we fly the fair is fair. If it ain't cracked, there's nothing to repair.
Skeletic. That's funny. Oh my God, I get so nostalgic when I see that keyboard right there.
I just don't understand. Because if I know, he knows. We're all the same and we all know. Because he goes, I go. I'm cruising in a sinking boat. Because if I know, he knows.
Great bass line, working it with the kick. I'll double down on that. Excuse me. Yeah, I double down on your statement there, Super Loco, for sure. It's almost like, you know, when somebody had mentioned about the math rock thing, it's like, well, let's see where it really came from. Like the early influence, you know. I'm just a little sus about the keyboard sound actually coming out of that 106 or the 60. I don't know. It doesn't. Yeah, Benson, that's another good call. Oh, the bass. And I love how the bass is so fat boy, like the stereo imaging. Oh, that would be the Juno. Guarantee. I even remember that patch. Is there messaging inside that to water gun action there? What a great track. Let me put this link in here. I can see some people want to check it out. So, hey, Louis Spaghetti, how are you? There you go. What a great track. It was so nice, so sexy, so chill, so funky, with some great chord changes, some wonderful patterns, some really fun melodic rhythmical playing. little answer back stuff, couple of overdubs going on with, harmonies on some of those lines. Another thing, that bass, what a great bass tone in the recording. It was a stereo image bass, so which can be tricky and a little bit of, can be unwieldy, but the tones were very clean. There wasn't a lot of stuff happening, if you know what I'm talking about, when it comes to the post engineer or in the mixing and stuff. So that was a great choice to keep the bass that kind of fat and give it real stereo imaging presence. Is usually poor little bass gets stuck in the middle unless you're doing something slick with adding a chorus or a flange, or if it's a fretless and a very singy kind of a track. Very set, but I'm just saying it was just like I said, it had the Michael McDonald, the Earth, Wind and Fire, that whole kind of vibe. Very but the chord changes gave me a little level 42 vibe. So lateral tap. Thank you so much for bringing that in for us. McBaise, actually, I am going to be putting that also on my playlist. Hey, do I have somebody new in the chat here? Stand by. Let me see here really quick. Caving 1021. Well, welcome to the chat. Everybody say hi to Caving 1021. First time I've seen you here on the stream. Oh, you saw my YouTube. Okay, very cool. Welcome here. Hanging out with the Cados and stuff. And so I appreciate you coming by and saying hi. That is super cool beans. And thank you for coming by. I really do appreciate that. Hang out for a second. We're listening to some more music. As a matter of fact, depending what kind of channel you came from, if it's from the heavy metal channel, I have a funny feeling that we're going to get some heavy metal in the face right now. Oh, yes, we are. From SB. SB is coming in hot. Guys, we're going to be listening to some polka. SB, I can hear you laughing from here, right? Okay, so good morning, Abba and the Cados. Remember, it's morning for her because she's in Oyville. And also, I heard you didn't sleep well, so I hope you're feeling nice and chill. Good morning, Abba and the Cados, a newbie Aussie band for you. I met the vocalist in the pit at Windwalker last week. Only you. Living that life 100% going. And got chatting after I heard his bleh. So, enjoy. Guys, this is a band called Delirium with a 3 for the E. And the name of the song is Symmetry. So we got some banging going on here. I have a funny feeling this is going to be a little metally. Let's go. As soon as YouTube decides to ask me. You know it's coming, right? Yes, sir. Wow, that pad in the back has this weird odd note. I love that. Yeah. I love this breakup right here into the hook. I'm going to lay my weight in. This must be the hook. God, I love the bendy work. Yeah. Release, 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 release. Great tone on the guitar. Ah, this guy's got a crushing performing voice. Are there multiple singers in this? Performers.
No mercy, no peace! Cut him down at the nerve! Telling by your empty words! For your motherfucking dream!
Oh, loving this. And this is nasty. And I love it. There's an art. That other growling screamo voice is still back there. Sounds badass. Solo has that 80s neoclassical vibe every now and then, but unique mono signal, mono reverb.
Something like that.
I like how they ended that. That was killer. Unique ending with that solo there. The solo, they really kind of, you know, this particular engineering too, they really kept it modest. You know, and which is a thing too, because we've talked about this many times, how engineering can just give you just in of itself its own experience. So they really, you know, leaned in on their musicianship and everything from top to bottom, from vocals, drums, bass, guitar. Love the guitar arrangements. When it gets into that glitchy metal work, I don't know how to say it any better, where it's, you know, they scrape, harmonic, pinch, dive bomb while they're holding something just to actually get the things that in most cases back in the day you wouldn't want, you know, fret noises or things, but it's part of the percussive metal vernacular, if you would, if you're, you know, a metal musician like this, that you have these other percussive elements you can pull from. And I really dug how they did what they did when they did that. But I did wonder if there was a couple of maybe there was two vocalists or something like that. If it was one, then they're doing some overdubs. Obviously, of course, we heard, you know, background vocals. That's usually a given. Sometimes you can't expect if you have a nice big rich background vocal that everybody's singers and stuff. It does happen, but you just can't expect it all the time. So you're going to have the overdubs. I just didn't know if there was a answer call dark screamo combo within the musicianship. But great track. Thank you so much for bringing it into the house. That was so shockadoobies, is what I'm talking about. All righty, what's next up here? Savage from Space. Savage from Space, is you in the house? So here's some music. It says here, from a band near me in Glasgow. They're actually so sick. Oh, there's Savage from Space. How are you? Welcome in. So this is from Glasgow. Let's do this. Love to have metal from around the world in our salad bar in the AbbaCado show. All right. The name of the band is Animalcules. Forgive me if I said it wrong for something else. Animalcules. And the name of the song is Flavour Town, brought to us by Savage from Space. Let's do this. And thank you for the dono and the boosty there. There we go. YouTube. Nice. This is great. Love his vibrato. There's a little bit of Claudio in the voice, yeah? And Coheed? Just a little bit. But it's an authentic blend. Clever guitar arrangement, and it definitely is the Polyphia vibe. But they're taking it and doing their own thing with it, obviously. Nice, they give us a little moment to kind of rinse here. Let the vocals pull off. Look at the bass. Great engineering, too, on this. I like this. Give us some space. All right, that's a switch up. I like that. Let's do a attack out on the reverse effect. What a great drop into our stream here. Yes, obviously they have that math vibe. You know, the genre of that math thing, not thing. It is actually a very intricate, detailed, difficult thing to do. I would never in a million years be able to do that. I've tried, and when I say I've tried, it's like I listen to it, and I go, what are they doing? You know, I could pick it out. I could never do it. But it's an extraordinary technique that's been built up. And I mentioned Polyphia, obviously, and Tim Henson is the one who's the largest revered, you know, math rock musicians, and also LaPlanche, I think, is the guitar player, and the bass player. Even the drum, that whole band is phenomenal. But this was so tastefully done, and I think there's something else that I love about this particular style is the tones of the guitar are so unique, and they're chance taking, you know, and they'll dick around a lot with very unique effects, you know, harmonized, pitched, you know, just to give it a little bit more of a effects nuance on certain things. But full stop with that. Without a doubt, the technique and the musicianship is unreal. The vocals were phenomenal. Yes, it sounded like Claudio from Coheed and Cambria. Sounded like. It's not a bad thing to say. It's you know, standing on the shoulder of giants. But definitely, this singer has his own dynamics in there that really made it stand out it is him. You know what I'm trying to say. It's not like I'm trying not to say he sounds like. I'm just saying it's a jump up and from. But I love the vibrato. He had this singer had a very unique, little bit of a shim inside his vibrato. The only one thing I'm going to say. I heard it back there. I would have loved to have had just a little bump in the mix on the bass. That's all. I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So, anyhow, thank you so much for dropping that in here. That is so cool beans. By the way, guys, I know you guys popped up the song request list. If you want to do On the Wheel of Cheese is great, but I only have about 6-7 more donos that I'm going to do because I do have to be out of here in about an hour and a half, so I don't want to drag it out too long because I don't know when I'm going to be coming back in. This weekend's a really super busy weekend for me. Just as a heads up. Louis Spaghetti. Yes, would you drop that in there in my Discord too, please? How are you, Louis Spaghetti? How you been? Is life treating you well? Louis Spaghetti doesn't give us much to think about in the message, but he's definitely giving us something fun to listen to. The band is Pogo. Guys, I'm so sorry about these coughing fits. They won't give me a CT scan of my chest. I'm like, guys, can I get just one? Can you just whiff me through just from here to here to see if there's anything happening in here beyond you guys saying, well, your asthma is getting worse. There's something happening. And use this, if anything happens, and that little clip right there, save that clip when I'm saying, I thought there's something wrong. And they go, oh, rah, rah, rah. And I go, rah, 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 rah. Okay, anyhow, I'm talking bubbles. Let's go back to Louis. Louis Spaghetti wants us to listen to a band called Pogo. The name of the song is called The Trouble. All right, here we go. A mammogram. You're such a fucker. I got moobs. I can do that. Wow, this is great. I'm trying not to get distracted by the video. The music is fantastic. I love it.
I came this way.
I love the lo-fi piano work here. It's so clever with the video as well. Nice bass arrangement. God, I love this. Wow, that was really cool. There's a little bit of that melodies in there. Da, 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 da. Now I'm going to flip the script on this. What a brilliant video. Meaning, like, I should be talking about music and stuff. What a brilliant video. I mean, it's just a lot went into this. There's no two ways about it. I guess maybe I'm going to think that the composer, songwriter, singer, whomever it was that wrote this, maybe already had in mind how they wanted to approach the video. First, that as they were writing it, maybe they said, hey, let's take those different Disney characters and put this together. Love the track. I love the tone of the track, this lo-fi vibe. I think we're all kind of just gelling and laying into. There was nothing high and crispy happening at the top, even the singer's voice and stuff. Loved the tone of the piano on that. And the piano was a principal instrument in it, but it was fairly abstract, if you would, in the mix. But it had such a unique sound, and it lived in its own little pocket, And the bass line was really fun and bouncy as well. I love the song. The little area where their Little Mermaid was, though, it almost sounded like they were doing da 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 da, but didn't finish off the phrase with da 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 da. Sorry, my voice is roasted. But you know what I'm saying? I kind of sensed that. I heard that melody in there a little bit. Now, I don't know whether or not they got DMCA'd or whatever it is. I'm pretty sure they got dinged. It doesn't mean they got blocked. I can almost assure you that, you know what, let me look at something here, because usually they will, let's see what it says down here. No, it's the app made just for kids. It's actually a kid friendly, Copa or Cuppa. I don't know where, but it doesn't say. Usually it'll say if it's claimed, it'll say something down at the bottom, but who knows? Maybe this was actually done by somebody from Disney. So maybe they got a hold on it or something, or, a green light on it. No, but it's Pogo, right, Louis? So is this what Pogo's kind of known for, yeah? Or is this a standout piece of work from them? Because I'm not familiar. I think I've heard the band Pogo or the group or the production team, but I thought it was extremely clever, and I love the tone. So it's a lot more of this style stuff. I love the tone of it, and I also love the vibe of it. I was thinking, this is the kind of vibe. I was like, where would I be if I was rolling my eyes back into my head, and I'm listening to this kind of a thing, and it might be some kind of a, I don't know. I was trying to catch like a theater of the mind, but I was already too influenced by what was happening here. Louis, that was a killer track, man. Thank you so much for putting that on us. That was very cool. Wait, Double A came in here? I didn't see Double A drop this. He came in and he left and he went. Double A, come on, brah. Oh my God. So, wait. I'm gonna just go back on something. Wait, what, SB? So the vocalist heard us listening to it? Or am I dropping it in the wrong? I'm going to wait here for SB to give me a little bit of a, how's it? Oh, wow. Oh, that's wonderful. Well, I couldn't, he listened live. Well, if you're still here, it was an incredible track. There's no two ways about it. The thing is because there was a lot of editing that was going on in there, I really couldn't, the range and where the voice was, if it was he was maybe a little more heady, falsetto-ish or something like that. I'm trying to, now do a little recall. Give me a second if he's still here. I just want to do something. Give me a second. Okay, so, yes, it definitely had that higher tone within it. But then again, I don't know, if this, I hope this is the track we're talking about, right? It could have been obviously in the mix or something like that. It gets engineered. You can trigger it to do very unique things. Anyhow, well, full stop. Pogo, this was a great track. I really super enjoyed it, and the creativity of the video as well. And especially when you're an old fart like me and you're pulling old Disney cuts from, back in the 1900s. Not Pogo. Okay, fine. I don't know. I get lost in it. I'm just going to shut up and move on. Double A, anyhow, I'll just keep going. Forget it. Hang on. I'm just going to let the gummy rinse it for me. So, oh, the track you requested. Okay. Ugh. I'm no longer going to look at the chat anymore. I come into the conversations at the wrong time and I make it sound so stupid. Okay, I was just giving myself a pause. Delirium. Okay, fine. Okay. I don't know. What am I doing? Let's go back into the world. Let me pull myself back as the buzz is sneaking up on me. This one's coming. Let me go back to double A. Double A, double A, double A. Where are you? Gummy hit is right. Double A did come in here for a minute, dropped a nugget on us. Oh, somebody asked about this earlier. So I guess Between the Buried and Me released a new track. Maybe this is it. I don't know. But you know Double A is always going to bring in the proggy-ish of the froggy proggies as proggy can be. That's his big thing here. So, yes, he says, this song released by Between the Buried and Me just very recently. This is called Absent Thereafter, Between the Buried and Me. The times where it starts is very unique. I don't know where it ends, but here we go. This is the brand new Between the Buried and Me. The name of the track is called Absent Thereafter, and this is by our favorite mod and the form builder, the king of the farm here for our Twitch stream. Let's give him just every time. Come on, I'm always in awe. Every time that thing opens up and it's so beautifully populated with all these suggestions and the donos and the cheesy wheels, this is all his doing here. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Double A is bringing Between the Buried and Me, Absent Thereafter. Let's go. All right. Oh, shit. It's Spotify. Let's see what happens. You see? Okay, here we go. Let's do it this way. Okay, here we go. Ah, there. You see? The fala masala mala fala. I still haven't straightened that shit out, so I'm going to look it up on YouTube. Sorry. That's what I got to do. Stop. You guys are laughing at me. I can see. Just laughing at me, all right? For gonna fun, I want to. See, there you go. Everyone, recetas. Everybody's going to recita me. Oh, my God. Let me check Discord. Hang on. It says check Discord. Hang on for 1 second, because I got to open it because I don't have my Discord open. Here we go. Okay. Hang on. I'm just opening up Discord. Stand by. Everyone's laughing with me because you just know it's going to happen, right? Ow. Okay, sorry. Okay, Discord, any day. Okay, is it hiding from me in Discord? Is that what you guys are saying? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I don't see it. I don't see it. Where is it? You guys are lying to me. It's not in Discord. Oh, maybe it's in admin chat? No, that's not it. It's not there. Where is it? Son of a follow. Forget it. I'm just going to look it up on YouTube. Okay. Oh, I just heard it. There's my ding. Somebody ding me in my dinger. Music recommendations. Okay, let me go there. Oh, shit, I got to scroll. I'm me scrolly. By the way, no, that's Grey Haven. Tashi, no, that's not it. Where is it? I don't see it. Like a version. Just bear with me, guys. We're doing this. I don't care. Nobody ever watches my stream on YouTube anyhow, so it's like not that I don't worry about like being very pro and consistent, because that's not going to be me. Okay, maybe... Nope, forget it. I'm just looking it up on YouTube, guys. Screw it. Absent Thereafter. Between the Buried and Me. Oh, it's off that last album I did a little something. Okay, now I'll make an official announcement knowing that I could do this. Then because, I'm going to have to edit this in for the Decomposer Lounge because this is what a lot of folks in the Decomposer Lounge, So here we go again. So, hey, this is from AA, our mod here on Twitch. The name of the song is, Absent Thereafter from Between the Buried and Me, released 1 day ago. We're on this. Let's go. Here we go. Jeez. Is that doubled with an acoustic guitar? God, these guys are so heavy on the phrasing. A little bit of a country riffage there. God, it looks like they're working really hard on the stomped overdrive tones on the guitars instead of overblown saturation, with the distortion. Let's see what the bass is doing.
In space, I fear tomorrow. Clashing with our sorrow. To be nothing.
This is a little bit more of a familiar of Between the Buried and Me kind of turnaround or pivot in the arrangement. Super melodic with the guitar lead there. Nice pad work in the back, keeping the atmosphere together. Nice chord change. Okay. Remember I called out a little bit of that country vibe earlier in the track. Guys, lean into the bass on this. Where are they coming from with this? God, fucking shredding off. Very reminiscent of that little phrasing with the Rush in YZZ, ABCD, YZZ. Throws in that country riffage. The phrasing and the riff work is just crazy. Yeah, the drumming is absolutely insane as well. Everything is. I mean, it's between the buried and me. Chair moshing, don't roll over your toes with the rollers. I can hear a little pull from the ELO influence. That old honky-tonk upright piano. A little bit of a Van Halen-y vibe here, yeah? What was the name of that one song? Back to Teacher or School to Teacher or something? Hot for Teacher, right. What's with the horns? It reminds me of something you might hear on South Park. You know what I mean? A little bit of oingo boingo there with the horns. Only they can get away with something like that. It was absolutely phenomenal. It definitely sounded like, you know, there was country. I mean, early on, even before I called it, what's the name of the guys? Help me really quick. What's the name of that really well-known guitar that's just a steel body? You know, it's very artsy, but it has a very unique tone to it. You know, for you guitar players may know, or anybody out there. And it's a very resonator. Thank you so much, Aman. I knew you were going to pop up with that. It sounded like the guitarist was playing a resonator, not only because of the tone, but then when there was a little bit of slide work going on there. But the precision on the picking, when I said, is he doing a clean line with that dirty line there? Actually reminds me of the kind of guitar work that the guitar player on Yes, you know, I would be just as astounded at that kind of musicianship. These guys are just phenomenal, you know? Dobro. Wait, a dobro, isn't that... Wait, a dobro, is that another version of the resonator? Or is a dobro something that you use to play? I don't know. I forget. I'm not too sure. How are you, by the way, underwater? Nonetheless, though, this infusion of country, it was like country metal on like a pepper scale of Scorpion, you know, 2 million Scoville, you know, kind of vibe. They opened it up, though, really banging, slamming. I was like, where are they going to go from here? But the art between the buried and me, and it's double A. Every time he flings those things into us, he knows that every time in between the buried and me shows up, it's just going to be a ride. There's nothing ever predictable with Between the Buried and Me. Except you just have to sit there outstanding and just go, Jesus, what the hell? You know, it's the best of the best. You know, that's what you just have to, you know, tip your hat to. Double A, I know you're not around, but thank you so much when you see this. It was great to see you pop in here. Wish you would have hung out for a second, but I hope everything's doing well. You know, I think at some point we have to do a mod meeting in Discord and just share some drinks and talk story and catch up, all of us, you know what I'm saying? Because I know we've all have different schedules. It'd be nice to pull one of those together. All right, next up, Derp Catty Dog. Derp Cat Dog. Let me see, Derpy Catty Dog. Greetings, Jeeb. Hope this day is treating you well. I am in. No, you know what would be fun is if we'd had all the mods in and then we'd just do a mod squad, a podcast. And I know some people don't want to be seen, but still yet, you know, I think that'd be kind of fun. All right, let's just get back to it. Maybe we could do it while playing Minecraft. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking, you know, so that way, I don't know. We'll figure this out. I think Patty Cakes had mentioned that once. That might be kind of fun. Make fun of... Here we go. All right, let's get back to it. This is a Russian YouTuber by the name of Life of Boris, who got well known for his vodka-cooled gaming computer, wow, that he built a couple of years ago. He mostly makes hard step music for fun in his spare time. Hard step music. Oh, I know. Okay. So the name of this song is No Ruski Pop by Life of Boris, Uamee. I think that's how we say it. All right, let's go. Let's see what this is all about from Derp Catty Dog. Here we go. Reminds me of something that might flash on your screen if you get, like, you know, ransomware on your computer. Ruski pop. This is when you're having the best time ever writing music right here. Come on, I'm down for this. It's brilliant. I love it. Oh. In the back. I always feel like he's going na 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 na.
Beast is cold. Hit of samovar. Here we go again.
That's a great track. That's when you know that whoever this artist is, this composer, this creative individual, is just having the best time of his life. He's just, I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna have some fun. I'm gonna write a song. And the song is gonna be this. And 2.5 minutes, super catchy, super fun. I kind of like, and because I don't know, I shall sound ignorant. So I don't know if that's how he really sounds when he talks or that's an exaggeration of the accent. But just the whole vibe. I love the little bear that's dancing and bebop, you know, a little bzz, bzz, bzz to the cook of it. But the track itself was really super fun. And this is what's really fun about this. What I love is that the authentic vibe of just, hey, I'm going to write a song. It's going to go like this. And it works and everybody has fun. And it's a good time. You know, this is 1.1 million views. You know, and he could have written this probably in 4 hours, you know, for all I know. He goes, oh, I got an idea. Let me throw down something. This is just when you're having fun and the fun goes, phew, you know. That's how he talks on YouTube. But is that his character? Or have we seen him, you know, out of character? You know what I'm talking about. We see a lot of people on YouTube and then they have an interview and go, what? If they're out of character. Anyhow, Derpy, thank you. Thank you very much. That was very cool. I needed that. That was super fun. Okay, next up, we have something from Sparkly Drew. Sparkly Drew, is you still here? Sparkly Drew wants us to listen to a song from Arknights. It's a video game. Boss theme for a story event in Arknights set in the game version of the Vatican. Ooh. In the game, it's a nation of gun angels that worship and being they called the law. In this, is that what? Yeah. In this new story, the law's true form is revealed. Maybe it's a game that's played, and you know the boss battle is mimicking something in real life. I don't know. We'll find out. Okay, here we go. This is from the video game Arknights. The name of the song is Somniomancer. Somniomancer, null set. All right, here we go, guys and gals. Hey, Spark Drew, how are you? The piano is also inner. Everything is going. Here we go. It's a banger. I wouldn't be able to hear it unless I saw it. So far back there in the mix, I wouldn't have been able to make it out. This is badass. You say this is a boss theme. Is this where it plays in a cutscene or during the battle? See, in my mind, I'm trying to wrap my head around this as a battle scene, but I have to listen to it just as it is, and I love it. God, this has got to be a trip to play against. Wow, this is really cool. You have the dancing of the bells and the voice.
I just want to wake up.
There you go. This must be when the battle goes apeshit. What a great way to end it. What a great track. But what I don't understand is, maybe you can help me with this, Sparkly Drew, is that this particular presentation of it has a little more of a song structure to it. So I in my head, when you say it's part of a boss battle, or it could be a later half of a boss battle after maybe you get past a certain point in it, this track kicks in. Unless it's a boss battle that has a timer on it, like if you don't do it by a certain time, it ends. Because this had a very definite ending to the track, and not a loopable point, at least from what I know. I mean, who knows what the game looks like? I don't know. That's why I'm asking. But it is a great track. I really love the track, and I'm really thankful they actually put the lyrics in there. Because I wouldn't have known they were saying something. I would have heard it in the arrangement, but wouldn't have known because it sunk so far back into the mix that there was actual lyrics to it. This was a great track. I'm kind of glad that I don't know what it's being played against, because as far as boss battle, I had a really good chance to sponge in it and stuff. See, Vodka Man says, if I had to describe what you're fighting, it would be an insidious holiness. Ah. I see. They can put the loop in where... Yeah, that's true. They can put the loop in. You're right. I'm just thinking that this particular presentation was, exported, or a master of this song out in its embodied in song construction. That's what I meant to say. Since this was a tower defense style game, there is an effective time. Oh, there is a time limit. Ah, okay. Yeah, I mean, and I was just shooting off the cuff too. I'm wondering, God, if this was it, maybe it was aligned to the timing, whatever, physics of the game or something like that. Either way, it was a great track, Sparkly Dew, and thank you so much thank you first of all for hanging out this long, and thank you so much for bringing this in for us to rave over. Let's see, who do we got now? Ivy Creep. Ivy Creep, are you still here? Genesis Noir is a bizarre and bold game that blends film noir. I said Noir. I'm sorry, I did say that. Hi, Ivy Creep. How are you? That blends film noir themes with abstract concepts of time, love, space, and gods. But for me, the best part of is by far the jazzy sound that grabs you by the earballs. And together with the visuals, it creates one of the more unique experiences I've gotten from the game. It was really difficult picking one track, so I settled on the first one of the album. All right, guys, here we go. What'd I do? Are you guys summoning 1 a.m.? Did I say something wrong? Did I do something wrong? I'm just saying. All right, guys, sorry. Back on track. Set the needle again. Zzz, ding. So this is coming to us from Ivy Creep. The game is called Genesis Noir. The song is Miss Mass Theme. You guys familiar with that? See, I'm not looking at the chat, guys. I don't know what you guys are doing. Here we go. Man. Oh, this is badass. Got some beautiful elements back there in the arrangements. Spiraling down vibe is doing a number to my brain right now in the mode that it's in. This isn't a video game? Brexter. Same kind of slight noir vibe that was some of the music in The Professional. Oh, that's the end? Bruh. I could have kept going for at least another 4 minutes or something. That was so smoky and so cool. Yes, very noir, but you know, obviously a little more progressive with the sounds and some of the arrangements and things that were going on. I love that lady's voice in the beginning. That was just kind of doing the ooh-ahs and the whole thing. This was a great track. This is one of those places where I just go, I'm just blown away that devs in the game would take the time out to actually, am I right? Was this part of a game? Is that what this is? I'm looking at it, it says it's an original soundtrack. I can't tell because this is the topic. You know, when YouTube has topic channels, there's not a lot of info there. But if this was an album, and this is what this is, meaning that it has nothing to do with the game. Oh, it is a very abstract game. Oh my gosh, Creep. That is so cool. Now, what I wonder is if this was. Yeah, I guess so. It says an original soundtrack composed by Skillbard. So, whatever, if it's a production team or something like that. It just is so freaking cool. You know, could you imagine getting a call from devs or something? Well, I guess so. That guy from Claire Obscure. You know, he's up there popping his stuff off his SoundCloud and goes, you know, we kind of like what you sound like and what you do. Would you mind, you know? What a great sound. Thank you for dropping that in here, Ivy Creep. I appreciate that. And it does put you in that mood, especially when I was saying, when there was that descending chord work that was going on there, it started like renting space in my somewhat numbed cortex. All right, next up, Rotten Soundgarden coming in with the snowball here. So we're going to be doing a song for Rotten Soundgarden here. Let's see. So this is from an Australian artist playing jungle blues, 20s calypso and jazz. Born in the far north Australia to American parents, his accent is a combo of Aussie, American, and Indigenous Australian. This video is from a series of artists recorded in Athens, Greece. The artist we are talking about is C.W. Stoneking. The name of the song is On a Desert Island. Kind of reminds me of like something that sounds like it could be a little bit like Don Tiki-ish, which we're familiar with here in Hawaii, of course, and around the world. All right, let's see what we got here. YouTube sucks, YouTube sucks, YouTube sucks. What the hell, what the hell, what the hell? Oh, that was just their
We went there
intro.
long because we rode in, we went and had some lunch and that. Well, told me it's handshake and that. We don't get to see much usually on the.
Looks like he's the Australian version of Sling Blade.
Where are we headed to? What sort of joint? I drifted in the doldrums, almost dead. A weedy, watery trail with a useless rag hanging above my head. Not a breath of breeze to fill my sail. And lifting up my spyglass, old Buckley's hope, I seen something over the waves. I throwed my things, I left my boat and swam out on my way. On a desert island, here
He's got a little bit of a Satchmo vibe in his voice.
Soft and sweet, got no shirt or shoes upon my.
Can't you hear it?
Out in the middle of
Louis Armstrongish.
an ocean. Doing my thing, I'm happy just to dream and sing. I'm living like a marabou king out on a desert island. The shade and palm trees.
What a great,
bend and
raspy,
sway.
smoky voice.
The fish swim about my feet, and a breeze blown soft upon the cold grass plays old melody cool and sweet. As the sun goes sinking in a painted sky, my eyes on a pool of light.
I love that one note he hit. So
Catch a twinkling veil on high, where I sleep out every night. Let's play on this. Then one morning the silence broke, as beset by a sea, high-horned and waved as I woke, to find no remnants of that paradise. What laid about me was a chained, unfriendly land. From beyond the compass reach, I sing this song of water and dune, of wonders strange. Out of the gloom there came a sound like crying in the night. My blue moon eyes I thought lied. A woman dragging up out all that squalling time.
like this should be played like around a fire, nighttime, you know, crack. I mean, it's beautiful the way it is. I'm just.
Holy, holy.
God, that's so cool.
Riding hell from letters 15 feet. Out on the beach beside an old. Woe is me, a crying baby bouncing on.
That was so cool. There was like an announcement in the middle of a song.
Little grass sack built for three. Out on the desert island.
That was such a great track. I was just so into it. I really enjoyed just the laid-back aspect of his performance. He has a phenomenal voice that I wish I had for only 10 minutes to have that kind of talent. Just the whole vibe of the performance. Very bluesy, very kind of southern bluegrass-ish in its vibe, without a doubt. I think, you know, slightly influenced my decision as well. I'm just looking at the outfit, you know, the Good Humor Man ice cream outfit. Like a song like this would have been like an Oh, Where Art Thou movie, or maybe The Green Mile or something like that. Had a very wonderful southern influencey kind of vibe. You know, I mean, that's the way it felt with me. I thought it was great. I loved it. I was so into it. There's nothing I could say about that except I just loved it. It was a great track. And thank you for bringing it in. It's totally unique. That's what I love about this place. That's what I love that you guys do to me. You bring me such unique music from around the world and so many different slices of joy, if you would. From, I mean, you go to from Between the Buried and Me to something like this, and we can still all sit back and go, yeah. Super cool beans. Thank you so much for bringing that. Next up, Brekasator. Calling Brekasator. 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh. Brexter had to bring this in. Are you here, Brex? Where are you, Brex? Gotta wait for him to show up and say hi. I shall not do this. Sam, I am. Yeah, Brexter, that's you. You did drop this in there, didn't you? This special song? Yeah. Of course, how could we have gone a whole stream without having something from this incredible legacy artist that I feel, as well as many of us, almost like you lost that part of your musical journey when people move on in this world. And this is going to be After Forever from Black Sabbath. Yeah, from Brexter. bringing it in. And I'm not gonna, we're just gonna listen to this together. Let's all get nostalgic, okay, guys? Are we ready? Let's go.
Have you ever thought about your soul? Can it be saved? Or perhaps you think that when you are dead, you just stay in your grave. Is God just a thought within your head, or is it part of you? Is Christ just a name that you read in the book when you were in school?
Ah, it's so nostalgic, man. Type in the chat if you remember how old you were or where you were when you first heard this track.
When you think about death, do you lose your breath or do you keep your cool? Would you like to see the Pope on the end of a rope? Do you think he's a fool?
Hope at the end of the rope.
Yes, I've seen the light and I've changed my ways. And I'll be prepared when you're lonely and scared at the end of our days. Could it be you're afraid of what your friends might say? Then you believe in God above. They should realize before they criticize that God is the only way to love.
Ah,
Is your mind so small that you have to fall in with the pack wherever they run? But it's still stay when death is near and say that you may as well worship the sun.
there's so many unique elements in this. There's a little bit of the Who in here. This is 1971, man.
I think it is true, it was people like you that crucified Christ. I think it is sad the opinion you had was the only one voiced. Will you be so sure when your day is this that you don't believe? You had the chance but you turned it down, now you can't retrieve.
That engineer playing with that pan pipe. There's a little bit of folksy in this rock as well, you know, a little bit of a folksy vibe.
Perhaps you think before you say God is dead and gone. Open your eyes, just realize that He is the one. The only one who can save you now from all the sin and hate. Or will you hear us all you hear? Yes, I think it's too late.
Had great bass work on this. Yeah, man. Black Sabbath. You know as well as I do, even if you weren't a fan of metal and stuff like that, the Ozzy Osbourne journey was extraordinary. Absolutely extraordinary. And for somebody who, me in my 60s, you know, it's almost like you know, losing the heavy metal uncle. You know, you know what I really love the best about Ozzy is that, you know, of course there were some unique things about Ozzy with his singing and his voice. There was a particular way it was to be engineered, whether there was a little added chorus or flange a little bit to certain things, or they did it by layering. Very special way of doing it. The guitar playing, the music, everything. His personality through and through, from all the way until when he passed away, how he performed these songs. There wasn't anything inauthentic about who he was as a performer, in the sense that he didn't try to, his voice, his performance, the way he held himself up on stage. I used to love watching him when he'd be up on stage and he had that walk where he was like, he'd walk from side to side with his hand out and stuff like that. Just everything about him was just so unique and so masterful. You know, such an absolute legend. You know, I don't think that, you know, nothing more we can say about it. I know you guys are talking about things here in the chat that are very similar to what I'm feeling right now. But yeah, he's going to be missed. But what a legacy. Come on, really? I mean, that's going to be in the cornerstone of humanity. What's that thing that they do when they put in a brick on a building in one little area where they put a plaque? You know, Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne, that is a cornerstone of our species. You know? Yeah, I guess so, a cornerstone, right? Foundation brick, right? So whatever happens to us, if AI takes over or whatever it is, they're going to come back to that foundation brick of humanity, Ozzy Osbourne, and the legacy of what is Black Sabbath and everything that came from it, from him. Excuse me. Even from what Sharon's influence was and Ozfest and everything. It's just, you just can't, it's absolutely mind-numbing. Just absolutely incredible. Or a Keystone, that's another one too, a Keystone. Yeah, you're right, Soundgarden. He didn't take himself too seriously. And there's times, too, where I heard him when he did his Ozzy show, which I wasn't, it wasn't that I wasn't a big fan of. I never really had an opportunity to really catch it and follow it and watch it. He said some pretty profound shit in that show, too. There was some cuts of him saying, no, you just have to be in the present. You can't worry about, you know what I'm saying? He was in the present, if you know what I'm talking about. So that he had a philosophical grounding, regardless of, you know, everything that was happening around him with his life and his music and his kids and all that sort of stuff. He was an amazing human being, it looked like, you know. And so, yeah, Ozzy Osbourne. Gonna miss that guy for sure. All right, guys, I have time for one wheel of cheese. One. And my throat and my chest is starting to hurt a little bit, too, because I'm old. So let's do some wheel of cheese, guys. Here we go. I did get a tip from somebody or something jumped in. Untethered Moon. First of all, you did send something, I think, didn't you, if you're still here? I didn't see it show up here on the refresh data here, so I don't know if you asked for a song, but nonetheless, Tethered Moon, if you're here, thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. All right, one last wheel of cheese, guys. Here we go. Let's cheese it. Oh, there you are. Oh, okay, well, Untethered Moon, if you did put something in here, first of all, aloha, everybody say hi to Untethered Moon. If you did put something in here, did you not put maybe the link Is that what, did you forget to put a link in there? I mean, I could do it if it's just for some reason not showing up. Unless you already did it earlier. Did you do something earlier for some reason? I can't figure it out. Hey, Emperor Emblem, how are you? Welcome. I'm looking here for your name and I don't see, let me see something here first before we do that. Give me a second here. No, for some reason it's not showing up on it. So mods are in action. Untethered Moon, our mods are gonna check. Yeah, it's not on the list. So Untethered Moon, would you do me a favor and connect with our mod? And because the tip did come through, but I don't know where you did it with the forum. If you right there, Patty Cakes just popped up the forum. If you kind of re-enter something in that forum, I will honor that. And well, it ended up showing up as a tip for $5 on my activity feed. So perhaps maybe it was off through the OBS system. I don't know. So let me see. I'll wait for a second. Let's wait to see Untethered Moon. Would you like a track? I'm in a very chill mood. That Black Sabbath track put me in a very chill mood. I'll wait. I'm cool. Yepper. I'm gonna have a pretzel. May I have a pretzel? Oh, I'm sorry. I yanked the form right before I was gonna go to Wheel of Cheese. So yeah, there it is right there, Untethered Moon. And yes, after Untethered Moon's track, I will still do a Wheel of Cheese. Because I'm that guy. You guys know me, right? I'm that guy. Mm-hmm. I'm such a nice fellow, yes. Huh. How about that? I'm sorry. Yeah, it's making me thirsty now. I don't know why the hell I just ate some pretzel. Let's go ahead and do the Wheel of Cheese. I'm going to go lean on that one with Turnip right now while they work out what they're doing with Untethered Moon. I'll come back and listen to your track, Untethered Moon. All right, guys. Untethered Cheese. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. That was that was such a Jeeves moment. Oh shit, that's got to be a shirt. Untethered Cheese. Fuck, Quado's in full regalia right now. That was the best. Oh yeah. All right, they're telling me. Wait, they're telling me that you did. Let me refresh. Hang on. All right, I see you here. Let's go ahead and do this. All right, let's do this, then I'll do the Wheel of Cheese. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, my God, Untethered Cheese. Oh, my gosh. That is the best. I'm dying. Oh, shit. Hang out with me long enough and I make these stupid dyslexic mistakes and I come up with a whole brand. All right, here we go. Untethered Moon would like us to listen to a track. And the name of the song is Never Dead. The name of the band is Trophy Scars. Okay, here we go. The new AI group. Oh my God, you're right, Super Loco. I should put out a new AI group and we'll call it Untethered Cheese. Oh my God. Oh, that's hilarious. All right, here we go. Oh my goodness. Let's go. That was great. What a moment. Only on this show.
Laying here in bed.
Yeah, I recognize the band in the artwork.
Is this happening? No, I've seen your face before.
Nah, they won't see you.
You were standing at my door, but that was 50 years ago, and I don't know if it is true, or is it really you?
I love the guitar arrangements on this.
Just reeling these pictures of you, you said.
Sailor, yes, it's me. I've waited for this day, and I love you.
50 years, I love you.
Ooh, I love her voice. What a great vibrato. What a great build into this hook.
So many lives before. Baby, take a look, now I'm old and crazy. For all that I know, I'm hallucinating. And I was crazy when I met you, guess nothing changes. Including all the charm in our two old faces. The dreams we both built, we were always chasing. The same hospital, babe. It's me. Babe, it's me. I'm here now. And if you don't believe, I'll kiss your cheek. I'll climb into your bed underneath the sheets and we'll call it.
So this is a repetitive pattern that's happening here, but they're doing such a great job in building it up with the arrangements and taking us here again, re-delivering another hook. Love this. Yeah, Cuddly, the crowd chants are killer.
So if I told you we live forever, would you ever believe 12,000 years and I can remember? You always end up with me. So let us lie here, warm together, and turn the light out in peace. 'Cause even next life would be such a pleasure. As we build a new dream.
Oregon is just screaming in here in the back.
And if I told you that I remember, would you ever believe I love you so much more than forever? But now it's time for
I'll tell you a story, all right? I once fell deeply, profoundly in love with tropical fish. I had 60 goddamn fish tanks in my house. I skin dived to find just the right ones. Anasotromus britannicus.
The voice reminds me a little bit of Joe Cocker.
Capistratus, you name it. Then one day I say, fuck fish. I renounce fish. I vow never to set foot in that ocean again. That's how much fuck fish.
At least where the hook is.
That was 17 years ago, and I have never since stuck so much as a toe in that ocean. And I love the ocean. Done with fish.
Love this ending. What a great track. I'm so glad we hung out and waited to make sure that you got your song in there. Thank you so much for that. Sorry, I be yapping while I'm chewing. Yeah, more Auto Wilds. I loved the way they built. You know, they repeated their patterns and stuff. But I loved how they built on it, and it was more raw in the building. More, how do I say this? The additional arrangements that came in there, you can actually feel it and peel it, I guess, from the emotional walls of the musicians. So what I'm saying is that when you have tracks that have repeating patterns and stuff like that, there's almost certain things that producers and musicians do is you build into into your hook. You build it up into the hook, and then you throw everything into the crock pot at that point and, you know, let it simmer and let it rinse and become, you know, something that's repetitive like a hook. But they had some very unique tones in there with their guitars and things, and I love, they really leaned on that sizzling Hammond. That sounds like a Thanksgiving thing. Did you bring your sizzling Hammond? Yes, I brought my sizzling Hammond. How about your clove? Yes, thank you very much. They really leaned a lot on that to give it a little bit of an edge. You remember I was saying, listen to that, back there? It was back there and it was pulled. And I did love the guy's voice. When we were talking about the voice briefly, it did kind of, a little bit of a Joe Cocker vibe over the hook. A little grovelly Joe Cocker, yeah. Well, okay, so. Let me see what's going on here. Okay. Cheese time. Are we ready for cheese? Let's do cheese. Easy wheelie. That's old cheese. This is old cheese. All right, here we go, guys. Boom. New cheese. Are you guys ready? The vintage cheese, H cheese. All right, guys. Last song of the stream. And here we go. Slow it down. Who's winning? Oh, I the Coop. I the Coop. You guys ready? Let's see what I the Coop wants. I the Coop would like us to check out. Oh, good. We're going to leave ourselves here with a video game. OST. Greetings from Mexico. Hola, mano. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Qué te parece? ¿Qué onda? ¿Hace calientes ahí? ¡Qué madre, sí! Cago fuego. ¿Pero dónde, México? What I just said was, hi, how you doing? Let's have a coffee now. So here we go. Greetings from Mexico. So do you remember the last time I recommended a very hopeful track? One that sounds like a Everyone United kind of theme. Well, this time we're going in the complete opposite direction. Something hopeless with no signs of happy ending. Sounds like my sex life. It's Go Soyuz's theme from the very first time you face him. And of course, the lyrics are in Latin. Hope you enjoy it. Let's see here. So obviously, guys, this is Genshin Impact. And the name of the track is Vitas, Corrodens, Pestis. That's very close to my Pestis. Okay, it's the last song, guys. Come on, I'm falling apart here. I've been online for like 3 hours or so. Here we go. You guys ready? Let's go. If YouTube says so. Automatically, I'm leaning into like a Beetlejuice, Danny Elfman kind of vibe, just because of the piano. Menacing, isn't it? I like this arrangement a lot. But it definitely does have the Nightmare Before Christmas vibe, yeah? That is Latin, right? He did say it would be Latin. I like that. This is nice. A sneaky string line running around. Yeah, this does have that darker, heavier, cynical. A lot of layered, stacked, unison percussive arrangements, but this sounds fantastic. So there's not big string arrangements going on out there. So we have the string horn, counter melody. It's got a little bit of that chanty. That was dark. It definitely was. It was kind of, but it wasn't ominous dark. It was more like a threaded. It was always a lot of anxiety, a lot of creepy little stuff happening there. That's the reason why I got that sense where I was saying had a little bit of the. Oh fuck you! Oh my God, I'm sorry. That was Quado. It had a little bit of that. Danny Elfman bounciness to it. So even though it was dark, and it was, sorry everybody, even though it was dark and everything, that bounciness gave it a little bit more of that particular style, the Beetlejuice, the Danny Elfman, the Nightmare Before Christmas kind of vibe. Even when the choir came in and everything, it definitely had, it wasn't like so as intensely dark if this was a battle scene or something like that. It still had a little bit of like, here I come, I'm gonna get you, I don't give a shit, you got a small Pestis. Is that what the name of the thing is? Vitas Corrodens Pestis. You know, something like that, that kind of vibe, so. Oh my God, guys. I'm done. I am done. Thank you so much for hanging out with me here on Happy Aloha Friday. And the mods that were hanging around. Definitely, SB, thank you so much for doing the big hang. I know that we were supported by Turnip. Turnip had our backs. And also 1 a.m. was hovering, just in case he had to joust with patty cakes. And there's also always a possibility that Snake was just going, But, you know, Snake, no, he's going to be getting buff and stuff. You know, he's working out. He's the summertime. He's riding his motorcycle, wind in the hair, you know. So, you know, maybe he's doing it with his earbuds. You know, oh, yeah, there's Jeeves in there. Anyhow, thank you all so much for hanging out. You guys know how much I enjoy this. I feel completely blessed that you guys take this time out in your day to hang with me and enjoy music. Once again, because, you know, of this position that I took for this nonprofit, which is beginning to be more like dog style, the way it feels sometimes. Anyhow, I'm sorry. I just had to reference it that way. Because every time I turn around, I seem to be getting a new one up there going, hey, can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this? It's for the good of the foundation. Anyhow, so I don't know when I'll be back in for the next stream. I'm shooting to get back at least on the Fridays, the Happy Aloha Fridays, so for a consistency. But what I will say is I did buy Clair Obscur. And so who knows, I might pop in on Sunday for a few hours. I've never played it. I'm not even going to touch it, except for uploading it and maybe turning it on when I do it here live, so you guys can walk me through. I heard there's, Snake had said that there is a setting where you can still play the game, but it's on story or something. So I feel really excited to do, you know, the Clair Obscur thing, finally. So that'll be really fun.